ordinances. And I do have to say the ordinances we have today and knowing that they last through a lifetime is such a big deal that it's only through those keys that we can be sealed forever as a family. It is only through those keys that our baptism lasts beyond this life. And so that things that go beyond. And so that is interesting because not understanding how that authority works may be part of why people question or why people want to change it, because they don't understand where it comes from. That comes from God, that he's the one that makes those decisions.
Exactly.
And so we have to bow to that and be submissive to that and not try and shift or change them because they're not of this world. They're of beyond this world. Because you see that happen very much.
And women do too. Women have to also understand that and live within those bounds and be happy about it. You know, I think that's also a positive thing, is that we need to be cheerful in the opportunities that we do have, which are many because of the priesthood power. That's
true. Well, Dallin H. Oakes was talking about the sisters and the priesthood, and he said, well, the sisters have not been given the priesthood. It has not been conferred upon them. That does not mean that the Lord doesn't give them authority. A person may have authority given to them, a sister or to her, to do certain things in the church that are binding and absolutely necessary for our salvation. So through those keys, we are given responsibilities with that authority. And I was saying the priesthood is a lot like those 3-foot spoons, and I was laughing.
I love it. The parable of the 3-foot spoons.
The parable of the 3-foot spoons. So there's a story that someone went down to hell and they saw everyone with these 3-foot spoons, and they said, we're starving because we can't feed ourselves, because they could scoop up, and then they went up to heaven and they still had the 3-foot spoons, but everyone was feeding each other. And someone that has the priesthood authority can never put their hands on their own head and bless themselves. It always has to be.
I would hate
another.
to be fed. That would be
So you're saying you would be in hell? Is that
would
what
be
you're
terrible. That sounds like that sounds terrible.
That sounds like it's the wrong
Yeah.
place. But that idea that the priesthood keys are given to serve, they aren't given.
Yeah.
There's no
yourself.
benefit
Right.
to yourself of
I
having
agree.
them.
I agree.
But we have a role, and our role is important. And the prophet talked about our role. President Nelson said, "Dear sisters, your ability to discern truth from error, to be society's guardians of morality, is crucial in these latter days." And I love that idea that we're the guardians of morality. And even, I think, the guardians of the priesthood, that we raise our sons and that we assist and support. And we depend upon you to teach others to do likewise. Let me be very clear about this. If the world loses the moral rectitude of its women, the world will never recover. And so we as women do have an equal or even greater responsibility to support, to use, to love the priesthood.
And I don't think we need to say greater. You know, I think it is
right. We don't need to compare.
You know, we don't need to compare. We talked about that before. But it is a vital, and I think that's the word we need to use.
That's
it's a
true.
Vital role. It is something that is necessary, and in many ways as necessary as the priesthood power, because, as he said, we are the ones that enable that priesthood power to continue forward by being the guardians of morality. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, as we continue, we have another great story here I'm going to read from Mark 9.